guys, so and keeping going with this build, today we're going to build the shell of the camper, and I'm starting here by using liquid nails to attach the top part of the teardrop shape to the sidewall, and we'll do that on both sides. Okay, so that's just so I can I guess start getting the two pieces together, so when I lift it up, we can get it to sit on the frame and the base. And keep in mind that once you build the entire shell, you'll be framing the inside, and so the two pieces you'll frame together from the inside, and also there'll be fiberglass exterior, so you'll fiberglass the whole entire shell, and also several coats of gel coat, so it'll have a lot of strength. But this here is just so that we can get it up so we can start framing it. Alright, listen, so probably using a staple gun is not the best way to do this, but my staple gun was close and I was like, let's go. It was hot, 95 degrees outside, probably 100 and some odd feel like temp. I was struggling at that point, but we'll get there. So I could have probably just used some scrap wood and just screwed them together at that point, but whatever. Alright guys, so here you can see that I am just screwing the wall to the piece of plywood there. So eventually you get structural screws into the frame, but I was just trying to figure out how to hold this wall up at the time. So there's actual bracing when you attach the framing of the wall to the wall and to the floor. Then you can put structural screws and the wall to the 2x2, and then also structural screws into the 2x2 into the base of the trailer, and then also your liquid nails, etc., and then also some corner bracing and stuff like that if you need to keep it nice and strong. Alright, we have a shape now, and I just kind of came up with that shape. I think it'll be good for aerodynamics, yeah, so we have the pieces in place, so we can start framing now. And as you can see, I got one of the sidewalls done here, and so for the framing there, I just use liquid nails and then some decking screws. That's enough to get it up, and we'll do some more reinforcement on the walls later on in the build. But there you go. So we got some framing on the front. We got the roof framed up, or roughly framed up. We got the sidewalls roughly framed up, and as you'll see later on in the series, that teardrop shape, we'll frame that a bit later. But we got everything so and right now I'm using that back piece there as my entrance. That won't be where the door will go, but you can see how the framing looks on the inside there. I think it came out pretty good, and so now I'm working on getting the roof on, and I'm using some structural screws to go into the screws, but I also used some decking screws too, just to kind of hold it in place, and went back over with structural screws. I was probably about 6 inches or so with the screws apart from each other, so I think that should give it plenty strength. It actually does have plenty strength now. Again, considering it'll get fiberglassed over and then get a gel coat, a couple gel coat paints. So you'll see later on in the series, it's pretty strong. So you can see here that I'm starting to put some screws across the cross members of the roof framing, and if you notice, I got some weight on there. So that in itself tells you that it's got some strength to it as far as at least the framing is concerned. So hey, if you notice the plastic, the 3mm tarp that I got on top of the camper there, that's what I used to cover it, because we started to get rain over the last couple of days, and so I used that to cover it to try to keep it.
Oh, there he is. Come
ready?
With me.
Alright, so now that you got everything held in place, go ahead and start adding some structural screws all over. You want to get them on the inside where the bottom of the framing goes into the frame of the trailer and the base of the trailer. Make sure they're long enough. I think I used 3 or 4 inch, something like that. And then also put some structural screws on the side at the bottom where it attaches to the frame of the trailer, and also on the top. And here you can see I'm just caulking over the screws and the framing screws with some silicone. So go ahead and do that and you'll get ready for getting some fiberglass on there. Alright, so now we're going to cover up those screw holes with some silicone, and I basically went across any seam that I had and put silicone on it, and then did all the screws too, so that'll help keep rain out.